Headlines like "Remember Gloria Swanson? Her estate's net worth will shock you" are designed to create curiosity, but when you look at the real story, it's not about a hidden fortune suddenly discovered. It's about the remarkable life and financial journey of one of Hollywood's earliest and most powerful stars, Gloria Swanson. Gloria Swanson was one of the biggest celebrities of the silent film era. In the 1920s, she was not just an actress, she was a global icon. At the height of her fame, she was one of the highest-paid performers in Hollywood, earning enormous sums for that time. She starred in major films produced by companies like Paramount and built a reputation for glamour, independence, and business intelligence. Unlike many early stars who were controlled by studios, Swanson fought for creative control and even produced some of her own films. Her fame reached legendary status with her unforgettable role as Norma Desmond in Sunset Boulevard, directed by Billy Wilder. The film became one of the most celebrated movies in cinema history, and Swanson's performance as a faded silent film star clinging to past glory was hauntingly powerful. Ironically, the role mirrored aspects of her own career, though in reality, Swanson was far more resilient and business-savvy than the tragic character she portrayed. So what about her estate's net worth? At the time of her death in 1983, Gloria Swanson was wealthy, but she was not among the richest celebrities in Hollywood history. Estimates of her net worth vary because financial records from earlier decades are not always precise. However, most credible assessments place her estate in the range of several $1 million at the time of her passing, commonly estimated between $4 million and $20 million depending on how assets are calculated and adjusted for inflation. When adjusted to today's money, that amount would be significantly higher. Even $5 million in the early 1980s would equal well over $15 million today after inflation adjustments. That's substantial, but not shocking by modern celebrity standards. The shock factor often comes from comparing her wealth to what silent film stars typically left behind. Many actors from that era lost fortunes due to poor investments, the stock market crash of 1929, or the transition to sound films. Swanson, however, survived all of that. Her financial story is actually more impressive than sensational. During the 1920s, she earned what would be equivalent to millions of dollars per film today. At one point, she reportedly earned around $20,000 per week, an enormous salary for that time. She also invested in business ventures, fashion, and real estate. While some investments did not succeed, she demonstrated a rare level of independence for a woman in Hollywood during that era. Swanson was married multiple times, 6 in total, and her personal life was often dramatic. But unlike many stars whose fortunes were drained by lifestyle excess or legal battles, she remained financially stable throughout her later years. She also authored a best-selling autobiography in 1980, which renewed interest in her career and added to her income. One reason people find her estate intriguing is because of how long her career lasted. Swanson's fame began in the 1910s, peaked in the 1920s, resurged in 1950 with Sunset Boulevard, and then extended into television appearances and cultural recognition for decades. Very few entertainers reinvent themselves across such a long period of entertainment history. It's also important to remember that Swanson lived in a completely different Hollywood economy. Modern actors can earn tens of millions from a single franchise film, plus brand endorsements and streaming deals. In contrast, even the most successful silent film stars operated within a studio system that limited long-term ownership of their work. Swanson's ability to accumulate and preserve wealth in that environment speaks to her intelligence and adaptability.